Okay, today is November the 22nd, 2015, and we're watching the Northeast Pacific Water Vapor Loop, and we're watching an approaching low pressure system into California and Oregon, and this is a fairly large system. We have another one right behind it, another much larger system. This is actually a Gale identified on the surface analysis map. Both of these systems have HAARP transmitters on their cores. We can see right here, this system here is trying to spin counterclockwise, but there's so much heat that it has disrupted the core's movement, so there's not much counterclockwise rotation occurring. And the same thing is happening right here on this system. This is a very large system, and they're trying to kill this off by applying heat. And we can see that right there in the core. This very dark area is all descending air by a HAARP transmitter, man-made. Down here, you can see transmitter heat right here. This is what killed Rick off, Tropical Storm Rick. And also up here, we have a brand new 972 millibar storm, hurricane force storm right up here. And this is a very large system. And also we can see a new channel being built in by a HAARP transmitter, a phased array radar. They're building a long, narrow channel right through here, and that is going to block and separate this cold front right here from getting mixed up with this system right here, the storm system. So this is a common strategy. They're going to cause basically an electronic fence, and that will separate this moisture field here from this moisture field. All right, so that's what's happening. We have a new disturbance identified down in the eastern East Pacific, right down here. This has a 80% chance of hurricane formation in 48 hours. All right, so and then we have Rick over here. This is a post-tropical cyclone. 35 mile per hour winds, moving northwest at 8 miles per hour. So that's pretty much history. We'll keep an eye on this one down here. This will probably form into a hurricane because of the water temperatures down here. They're probably around 86 degrees all through here. All right, let's take a look at the infrared loop, and we can see a pocket of moisture moving towards Southern California right here. So tomorrow I'm going to make a forecast for chemtrail activity in the skies of Southern California because of this approaching moisture field. We're going to see chemtrails tomorrow. Also in Northern California, you guys up there, ladies and gentlemen, will probably be seeing chemtrails up there as well, and also in Oregon because of all this weather, as well as Washington. And then we have this system right here. This is a very large system. They're applying heat right here. We can see that. All right, and then we have this hurricane force system up here. And this looks like the remnants of Rick. There's a counterclockwise spinning area that's it looks like a dry upper level low. It's could reform possibly. There's a lot of thunderstorm right, light duty thunderstorms right around the area, so we'll keep an eye on that as well. Here's the East Pacific water vapor loop where Rick was, tropical storm Rick. We've got some heat indicated through here. There's a transmitter doing some work in here. We can see that. There's 3 areas that have been targeted. Very dry area here to separate this moisture field incoming with everything going on here. These waters are very warm, so they have to be careful. Hurricanes can pop up, and within one day, as we saw with Patricia, Hurricane Patricia formed into a Category 5 plus hurricane within 24 hours from a tropical storm with 60 mile per hour winds. Okay, here is the infrared loop for the same map. And we can see that area of moisture moving towards Southern California. All right, let's move to the, here is the surface analysis map. And we can see that very large 972 millibar hurricane force storm right here. And this is probably going to move up and over this high pressure. They have a very broad area of high pressure installed right here, and that is going to block this storm's movement towards the west coast. So this will have to probably move up and over, and then possibly move down through Canada and maybe down into the U.S. They were forecasting, I'm talking about the people on television weather, were forecasting some rain possibly by Thursday, Thanksgiving Day, but I don't see how that's going to happen. Right now, we had just a couple of hours ago, the relative humidity was 10%. All right, so with those kind of conditions, we're not going to see rain for a few days, if at all. Okay, let's take a look at the, this is the jet stream map. It's moving into Canada and down across Montana and the Dakotas and down into the central part of the country. And we have another flow merging through Baja and out in the middle of the country. Okay, here's the sea level pressure analysis, and we have a high indicated over Idaho and Utah, parts of Nevada, right here. Let's take a look at the, we only have half a map today. We got a high indicated here. That's that oblong high pressure that's going to block this hurricane force storm. So they've installed a high up here to keep the this gale force storm system here separated from this storm right up here. All right, let's take a look at the 500 millibar, and we can see low indicated right here. And then, of course, the jet stream is moving down this way. We'll have to see what happens. This could move in over Oregon. Let's take a look at the 300 millibar. This is upper level low. And we'll have to just watch and see what they do next. This may move. The way this is set up here, this could just be stalled here for the time being because of these little ridges. We'll just keep an eye on things. Now here's the western U.S. Water vapor loop. We can get a better view of what's actually happening here. We have a large storm system right here moving into Oregon and California, and they've got a HAARP transmitter right here to block that, to minimize the effect of that storm. Okay, and then we've got a gale right behind that, so there's a 1-2 punch coming, but we've got, like I said, 10% humidity here just 2 hours ago. All right, let's take a look at this in the infrared loop. And we do have some little pockets of moisture moving towards California. And so tomorrow we'll probably see a lot of chemtrailing in the skies. That's going to be my forecast. All right, here is the geostationary satellite. You see a lot of chemtrailing going on this. This is the gale force storm that's behind this other low pressure, so we can see a lot of aerosol chemtrailing going on all through here, and as well as right over central California. There's a lot of spraying going on right in here. And tomorrow, same thing. By the time we get up in the morning tomorrow, this whole area will be saturated with chemtrails. Also right down here, right over here. Lots of chemtrailing going on all through here. So all through this area here, down here, and all through here, there are chemtrails visible all through this video loop right here. Right up in here. They're just spraying all over the place. So again, these pilots are working overtime. They're getting paid. They've got probably 3 shifts of pilots working on this to keep the rain out of California. All right, so that's pretty much it. We will go ahead and do an update tomorrow. All right.